Romance anime fans, we are eating real good. It's been back-to-back season where we have so abundant of great romance anime, which I'm definitely happy about it. Like, no joke, we got everything from wholesome romance, emotional romance, fantasy romance, action romance, everything, and all is really good. So let's see. We have the Angel Next Door Sports Main Rotten Season 2, easily one of the most anticipated romance sequels in this season, like literally the #1 anime by popularity. And if you don't know the story, it follows Amane and his perfect angelic neighbor Mahiru, who slowly opens up to him as they start taking care of each other. And Season 2 picks up right where things started getting lovey-dovey, and we will definitely see a lot of wholesome moments that can legitimately cause you emotional diabetes. And I won't miss that. And then we have a light novel high school romance adaptation that looks pretty great, called I Made Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in My Class, where we are following Mai Haramaki, a whips, with his new friends Asanagi, the girl that everyone secretly calls the second cutest girl in the class, who apparently also whips. So instead of hanging out with the popular group, these two secretly spend their time together playing games and read manga. And so this is a story of how Maki secretly become besties with the second cutest girl in the class. Finally, a blue-haired girl that seems normal enough to break the curse of losing girl. Man, I still cannot recover from how bad a blue-haired girl can be because of a certain anime, but Asanagi seems promising, and I would love to see that happen. And then for fantasy fans, we have the Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King, where Princess Serafina got defeated by the so-called Barbaric King, but instead of getting tortured, she gets hit with a marriage proposal by the Barbaric King himself. So this is a classic enemies to lovers trope where the relationship develops from fear to something deeper. Again, I really don't want to sound like a broken record, but from the trailer, this anime looks so good. Like, I don't know many anime that use heavy lines besides Demon Slayer, and honestly, it looks really good in this anime. And a tsundere MC? Tsundere? Sign me in. And then we got I Want to End This Love Game, an anime adaptation from one of the most popular romance manga out there about Yukiya and Miku, who is stuck in a love game since childhood. The game where whoever falls in love first loses. But now they're both actually in love and neither one of them wants to admit defeat. So this is a really fun series where every interaction becomes a psychological battle for both of them, very similar to Kaguya-sama in a sense, but totally different approach. So yeah, me being the manga reader for this one, I can vouch how fun this series is going to be, and you might not want to miss on this one. And then we also got the Klutzy class monitors and the girl with the short skirt. This is your classic romance anime about two people with polar opposite personality. You got that? Polar opposites? So, this is a story about a strict boy, Sakura Daimon-kun, who always enforced the rules at the school gate, and Poem-chan, who always have her skirt too short. But behind that strict demeanor of Sakura Daimon-kun, he is actually very clumsy and hopeless at studying. Meanwhile, Poem-chan is very reliable despite her appearance. This anime has a very unique style that I rarely found in any anime, and this shot of Gapmoe, or whatever you want to call this, from Poem-chan seals the deal for me. Another anime with tsundere girls? Ha, nice. Speaking of polar opposites, the next anime is the Ramparts of Ice, and this is an anime adaptation from the same author who did You and I Are Polar Opposites. And if you know me, you know how much I love that series. But contrary to You and I Are Polar Opposites, the Ramparts of Ice is more of a serious story, where Koyuki Hikawa, a socially withdrawn girl who keeps everyone at a distance, finally starting to open up her heart when a persistent boy comes into her life. This is probably not a fast-paced romance and will be focusing more on emotional growth, but with how amazingly written You and I Are Polar Opposite is, I have a very high expectation about this show, and it looks really great. And the next one, we got a rom-com called Mistress Kanan is Devilishly Easy, a comedy romance anime about Kanan, a teen female demon who is sent to devour human souls, but somehow ends up dating a boy instead. And now, the innocent and naive Kanan creates absolute chaos as the two ventures into their first relationship. God, I swear every romance anime in this season just looks so good. This anime kinda reminds me of the GOAT classic To Love Through, and one thing that I really love in Kanan is Devilishly Easy is the character design. I mean, look at this. Kanan and her whole family seems to have a really nice personality, don't you think? And then we also have Gals Cannot Be Kind to Otaku, a comedy romance anime about two hot gyaru who loves to hang out with the weebs. What a freaking setup! I swear to God, I have read a hentai with this setup. So, this is a story about Takuya, an otaku who sits behind the popular girls in the class, Ijichi and Amane. But when Takuya slips up about his favorite anime, Amane, despite acting like she's not into anime, clearly knows way too much, and now they hang out together. So, two hot gyarus and one otaku. God damn! This is an editable knowledge, man. They're just too close to heart. And again, look at this trailer. The anime looks really good. Like, what the heck? Look at these girls. Man, I hate it that this anime is too wholesome. Like, come on, give me the spice. Anyway, moving on, we got Even a Replica Can Fall in Love. And oh, this is a really interesting one. So this is a story about a replica named Nao who purely exists to replace Nao when she doesn't feel like to go to school. But one day, a boy named Sanada starts talking to Nao, and over time, she starts developing her own feelings and fall in love. So yeah, having a replica to replace you is honestly an interesting concept, and it might be the tearjerker anime in this season, or might be just an emotional one, but whichever it is, I will definitely love that. And then the last one, we got an action romance anime called Marriagetoxin, and dude, this anime is pretty awesome. We are following Gero, a poison master who is searching for a wife to protect his sister from a forced marriage. And lo and behold, he got himself a brilliant girl, Mei Kinosaki, who is actually a marriage swindler. Isn't that a really unique setup? Honestly, there is no romance tag on this one, but I swear there is love in this anime. Anyway, this is a great action anime combined with a bit of romance here and there, which is enough to make me really curious about it. And it's created by Studio Bones, and you guys know they can cook really good. So yeah, there's a lot of romance anime that I will be watching or try watching it in this season. Like honestly, each one of them is very interesting in their own way, and not to mention there are still 30 plus new anime out there that also looks really interesting, like ReZero, Classroom of Elite, so many things. Damn, we're getting non-stop like 50 anime per season, and this is probably going to be the norm for every season. That's insane. Well, I think that's it for today. Let me know which romance anime are you hyped for in the comment section down below, or if there is anything I missed, drop it in the comment section. I'm always down to discover more romance anime. So yeah, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel for more anime content. And yeah, I've been Jamon, and I'll see you in the next one.